MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Marauders and the Arrows. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Alfonso Quintana, the native of Honduras, is the starter on the mound here. Dan, any thoughts?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Now at the plate, Chase Mitchell, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch on its way. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting second, the shortstop, Maurice May.
In now, Maurice Mays. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch. Slow roller down the third baseline, but this is foul for the first strike. While his hitting streak might be drawing most of the attention, some might not realize he's hitting for real power as well, slugging over 500 for the season.
And that's the beauty of it, Matty. He's doing it with damage. It's not the 1-for-4 with the ground ball with eyes or the bleeder with no one on that doesn't help the team. This is a guy that's done serious damage from day one of this hit streak, and it's continued.
Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. Despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape. Winners in 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball, 2-1. 77 degrees our temperature at game time tonight. 1 out, nobody on. And he lays off again, ball 3.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
Batting third, the first baseman, Trevor.
Settling in now, Trevor Lyon. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Now a throw over, and the runner back safely. First pitch of the at-bat. Comes at him with the slider there, and he gets the strike. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Hey, D-Roll, Earl Hendricks, he's not a guy that gets a lot of complaints by either players or pitchers. He's a pretty good umpire.
Yeah, Dan, Earl's got a great track record in his sport. He's pretty consistent, and overall, he's been a fair umpire.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Line hard, but foul. The 1-2.
Ball out.
This is swung on and popped up. Crossing into foul territory now behind third. Hernandez is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Junior Richard.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Junior Richard. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he misses inside with that one. Ball one. Here's a look over to first. And he'll get back in safely. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Mays, the runner at first with two gone. Runner goes for second. Pitch is high. The throw. It's wide, and he's in there with the stolen base.
I think coming into this series, they knew he was one of the guys that were going to have to keep quiet. But he's setting the tone right here in the first with the steal of second. He could end up being a big factor.
Here's the 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Hit on the ground to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they get a man to second here in the opening half inning, but fail to capitalize. On now to the bottom of inning number one with no score after a half an inning. Nap Butts gets the call for game one of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low threes. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch, and he knows how to minimize damage. If you're going to have an ERA in the low threes in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right, and this guy should be fun to watch in this one.
Stepping into the box, Mohamed Butts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And that misses for ball one. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. Come in trying to bounce back from a loss last time out, but they've been in good form lately. 5-2 over their last 7.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of this season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
Having a little trouble finding the zone to start the night. It's always deflating to walk the leadoff guy in the game, so we'll see if he can initiate some contact here.
And he takes ball 4, so the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game. Now at the plate, Adam Turner. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. From the belt, the pitch. Ball 1. The 1-0.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
I tip my hat to the batter right there for taking that pitch. Most guys would have definitely been swinging in that situation. 2-0 fastball, but that was not in the zone he was looking for. Move on to the next pitch.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Nobody out, runner on first. Grounded to the right. Reined in. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Batting third, the third baseman, Will Hernandez.
So coming to the plate, Will Hernandez. His average for the year sits in the 280s entering play. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he lays off there 1-0. On the corner away, a ball and a strike.
1-1.
The 1-1 home. This is flared out towards second. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Now, this is not an easy play when you have to raise to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Stepping in, Chet Tierney, runner in scoring position with Sugan. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Tierney is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obviously a huge. Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. Men on third with 2 down. 2 balls and a strike. Two.
Hey, looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
The 2-2. A bouncer up the middle. He's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So here now's the pitcher, Nap Butts, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set. Here it comes. The pitch.
That missed. That's the ball. 1-1. Oh, that's low. That's the ball.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. A swing and a ground ball to third. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
Into the box, Frankie Shortsleeve, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Might have to change your game plan in the box right here. If he's going to pound away, might have to work the opposite field.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. There's one. On to first, a double play.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, Dexter McCain.
Stepping up to the plate, Dexter McCain. From the stretch. Grounded to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Now at the plate, Antonio Nunez, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Nunez.
Outfield shaded a bit to left center. The first pitch fielded cleanly, and the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Batting sixth, the first baseman, Caleb Bravo.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Caleb Bravo, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. And a strike to even the count, 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bottom of the second here with no score. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks and bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
At the plate, Rolando Valido, and for him, you have to think a turnaround is coming. Clearly not going his way of late. First pitch on its way. This is line to left. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
A lot of traffic hitting the base pass first and second with 1 out. I know you're looking for a double play ball, Dan.
No question about it. I think one of the things you like to do on a pitcher is try to jump on him early before he gets settled in. So far, so good. First and second looks like a big inning could be brewing.
Stepping in now, Robinson Schwabenland, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. Weak grounder down the first baseline. One and two now. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
2-2.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. First and second now, 1 man out. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
plate now, Alfonso Quintana, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Didn't miss by much there, but it's just a bit high.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
2 down, runners at first and second. 3-0 now.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
Fastball catches the black there for a called strike.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Three and 1, the pitch. And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
He could get the early hook if he can't be a little bit more precise here. That's walk number 2 of the inning, and we're only in the second.
Digging in, Muhammad Butts. He drew a walk his first time up. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is.
Hey, when a pitcher's put in a tough spot, he's usually going to go to what got him here, and that's this guy's slider. Expect to see that more often.
Ready with the 0-1. 2 out, bases loaded. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Now the 0-2. Good waste pitch, 1-2. And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. 2 complete, scoreless here on MLB Network. Top of the third set to get underway, and coming forward the rookie outfielder Benito Ortiz.
Benito Ortiz.
Here comes the first pitch.
Wood!
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Strike 2.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Got to find a way to grind.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race.
The second baseman, Roy Brennan.
Striding in, Troy Brennan. Now here's the pitch.
Yeehaw!
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though. The pitch.
Full count.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and the next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hit back up the middle. Reined in. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The third baseman, number 13, Chase Mitchell.
Coming to the plate now, Chase Mitchell. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him.
That's the ball.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
The 1-0 home. Line toward the gap in left center. Turner is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Bottom of the inning now, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Adam Turner.
No left fielder, Adam.
First offering on its way.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
The 1-0. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that one is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first home run of the season, and they've taken a 1-run lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in the game.
So now to the plate, Will Hernandez, standing in from the right side as he takes strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The pitch. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
To 1-2 now. Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but it gets by the glove down the line.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
At the plate now, Chet Tierney. As he'll take a look at a curveball that drops in there on the outer half. It's strike one. Down and away, ball one. In his career, Tierney carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. One and one, here it is. Here's a little chopper up the middle. He's got it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Antonio Nunez.
So digging in now, Antonio Nunez, 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike one. One out and a runner on second base. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Now back, first baseman, Caleb Graybo.
Digging in, Caleb Graybo. From the stretch, here's the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder on the run. But he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. Graybo takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And he's safe at the plate as they push their lead to 3 now.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
Standing in now, Rolando Pulido. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. On now to the top of inning number 4. Mexico City is out in front here 3-0. Leading off the inning, Maurice Mays, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A bouncer up the middle. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The first baseman, number 17, Trevor Ryan.
Ready now, Trevor Lyon. First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command. 0-2.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Lined is short, but gobbled up there, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
So after the line out on the fastball, might be a pretty good time to check out the pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. So stepping in, Junior Richard. He's set and the pitch. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here. 0-1.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the
2-1
second
the
ball.
count.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4.
Man, when you don't get a call on a pitch that good, you have to wonder if maybe it's personal. You can't blame him for being angry, but he's got to find a way to move on and focus on the next batter.
Stepping into the box, Knapp putts. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, he showed like a little prowess with the bat right there, Dan. I'd be surprised if they don't attack him a little bit more carefully this AB.
And a dive, but he's back in there. Here's the first pitch to him. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
A runner on first with 2 away. Lifted the other way to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So striding in, Robinson Schwaben. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
1-0 the count. Here it comes.
Excellent. That's the ball.
It's
Outside.
one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
At the plate, Alfonso Quintana, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. The 1-0 home. Swing, and he pops him up. Drennan is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, center fielder, Mohamed Butts.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Mohamed Butts. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitcher right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes.
1-2 count.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Breaking ball as this runs in on him, and he has to step out of the way that time.
Looked like he was a little over-aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Adam Turner. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Leading off the inning, Frankie Shortsleeve, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Frankie Shortsleeve.
First pitch on its way. Comes set and the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Into the box, Dexter McCain, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Turner is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Benito Ortiz.
Digging in to try it again, Benito Ortiz. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make this starter a little bit more uncomfortable. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Well, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll give way to the 3rd baseman, Will Hernandez.
Will Hernandez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Strike 2.
Now here's the pitch.
1-2. That's the ball. 2-2.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
To the plate now, Chet Tierney. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. No hits to this point. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Here's the 1-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Antonio Nunez. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Dangerous curveball that time, but laid off as it drops into the top of the zone.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate, and for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-hole hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
The count now at 2-2. Pitch on the way. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
From 0-2 to 3-2, this is a pretty good at bat, making this pitcher come back and really have to battle. This is a pretty good at bat right here.
2 out, nobody on. And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Striding in once again, Caleb Grabo, man at first after the 2-out walk. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Ball inside.
The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Ball even at 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Hit on the ground to third. And as it turns out, the two-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Standing in, Troy Brennan to start things out in their half of the sixth as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Set to deliver the 0-1. Ball 1. The 1-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder giving chase, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The third base.
Had a long way to go to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track numbers. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 110 feet to finally bring it in. No doubt in efforts his teammates are appreciative of. Ready once again, Chase Mitchell. He's set. Here it comes. Hit back toward the mound. Fielded cleanly. And the sixth inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time. And that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
So striding forward now, Maurice Mays comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball well outside. There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Outside, 3-0 now. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Trevor Ryan.
Digging in once again, Trevor Lyon, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. Before the first pitch, a check at first, and the runner will get back standing. From the stretch.
Hey, it's a game of execution. If the pitcher stays right there, this lineup's going to continue to have a tough time.
2 out with a man at first. Throw over to the bag, and he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off to end the inning. Aaron Luke enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Aaron Luke.
Ready for another shot now. Rolando Pulido. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Rolando Pulido.
First pitch coming. Here it is. That's popped up. Mays calls for it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Ready for another chance. Robinson Schwabenland. First offering on its way. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Line towards center field. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go for it.
In now, Alfonso Quintana. Now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Throw not in time at first, so the pitcher tries to give himself up, but instead he gets himself a base hit. Stepping in now, Muhammad Butts, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the 1-0. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. 1-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Ortiz is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Now back, left fielder, Adam Turner.
Adam Turner is striding again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First pitch on its way.
No ball, 1 strike.
Swing, and he pops him up. But this will land untouched. The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
This is line to left, and this is going to wind up as extra bases as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a second. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Dan, that had to be missed execution right there. 2 strikes on the batter. You throw a breaking ball, but you leave it up a little bit for him to be able to drive it into the out.
No doubt about it, D-Row. 2-strike breaking ball intended to be at the ankles or below, to even bounce it to get him to chase and swing. Too good of a pitch with a breaking ball with 2 strikes to this hitter.
At the plate now, Will Hernandez. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Hard hit toward the hole, and that's through into left, a base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Dan, this guy's on fire. He used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs when you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
They could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1 delivery. Bases are loaded here. 2 down. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here comes another 0-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 1 run here on 4 hits, no errors, and 3 left. We're through 6 full. The Arrows are out on top 4-0. Stepping up now, Trevor Lyon. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Nope, ball. 1-1.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
1-2.
Well, obviously somebody was hooting with the Owls last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
The 1-2. This is skied into short left center. Here comes a left fielder, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Right fielder, Junior Richard.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Junior Richard. First pitch coming. Here it is. On a line, that's a base hit.
Yeah, Matt, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first. So as long as he can get back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too much about it.
Flash Miller will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Miller.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 1 home run and 6 RBIs. A ball and no strikes. Here it is.
Ball.
Grounded to third. This could be 2. To second for 1. Back to first, but it's right over his head.
Now batting.
Not particularly graceful there, and as a result, he'll be slapped with an E4 on the play. Into the box, Frankie Shortsleeve. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
That's the ball.
A couple of lefties start to get loose now in the bullpen. The 1-0 home. Sliced hard down the left field line. And that's a fair ball as this will rattle up into the corner. The throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. So 1 run on 2 base hits, 1 error, and no one left on base. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Arrows lead this one 4-1. Garrett Conway gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. At the plate, Antonio Nunez. He'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0 home is laid off for ball 2. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. The 2-0 on the way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. Throw into second, and he'll get in there safely. So problems out there in right field as this is going to wind up going as an E9. Standing in now, Caleb Rabo, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike.
1-1.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. There's ball 4.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Striding into the box, Romando Valido. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
First and second here with nobody out. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit to third. Scooped up. A tag for 1. Over to second. A double play. But they won't get the triple play as he's safe at first. And as you get another look, a good job by the third baseman of getting that sure out and then firing over to second for the double play. Now to the plate, Robinson Schwabenland. He singled his last time up. First things first, here's a throw over, but the runner's back easily. Another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Throw over to first, and he'll be back in standing up. A runner on first with 2 away. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Now a move over to first, and the runner back in standing. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Yeah, Matty, I'm going to need a better approach out of the 8-hole hitter. He's hitting in the bottom of the order for a reason. He's got to be willing to work the count, grind it, get this pitch count up, and get on for the boys in front of him.
The 1-2 to third. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Angelo Love will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Devin Myers will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
And batting 9, number 6, Devin Myers.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Dexter McCain is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Ready on 0-2.
Ball.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. And there's a final look at the numbers for the starter in this one. He was great all night long.
Hey, only allowed 3 hits in this one, kept the hitters off balance, and was a lot of fun to watch.
Into the box, Benito Ortiz, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Hit out towards second. And there's out number 2. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. Stepping in, Troy Drennan. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
He's set, and the pitch.
No, that's the ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
1-0 count. Here it is.
That's the ball.
Eighth inning. 4-1 is our score. Too far out in front that time. You can't keep it fair. 2-1. Now the pitch. Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. Into the box now, Devin Myers. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. And now pitch on the way. No balls and 1 strike. Hit back up the middle. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
You can see that this wasn't that difficult a play as it headed up the middle, but it might have taken a funny hop there, and he couldn't make the play on it.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Mohammad Butts. First pitch of the at-bat. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. From the stretch. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
1-1.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
A runner at first with no outs here. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Hey!
2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Yank on the ground down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Now back, left fielder, Adam Turner.
Into the box now, Adam Turner. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Usually he's pretty solid with the glove at third, but I think this time he just rushes a little bit because he wanted to start the double play. So instead of 2 outs, they get none, and we'll see if the guy on the mound can bail them out.
bases full now following the error, and set to go as the third baseman, Will Hernandez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Right down the middle with a changeup, but not what he was looking for, taken for a strike.
Hey, as a former infielder, nothing hurts your heart more than making errors behind your pitchers. Let's see if this guy can pick them up right here.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1 home.
2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
The 2-1.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
The 3-1. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Man, when you're trailing, you hate to give up any runs, but walking one in is especially painful. Now the lead is extended, and a base hit could blow the lid right off this thing.
Calvin Sedenquist is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out. Chet Tierney will stand in against the new pitcher, and he couldn't ask for a better scenario as he stands in with the bases loaded and nobody out. First pitch coming. Here it is.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
1-0 delivery.
No, ball.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Has a look, now the pitch. Swing and a liner. And this gets on him quickly here and deflects off him. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Digging in and looking for more, Antonio Nunez. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Comes set with the 0-1. And he misses with it 1-1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
The 2-1 home is a fastball down below the knees. Caleb Grabo is on deck. Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 3-2 pitch. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate.
Now back, first baseman.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Now at the plate, Caleb Graybo. Here comes the first pitch.
Yeah.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
That's a great job of holding up right there. You have 2 strikes on you. You're trying to protect the plate. It's difficult to not get super aggressive at the plate.
The 1-2. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Brennan stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
The pitcher, number 55. Angelo.
Alton Kramer will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Alton Kramer.
Fastball in there for a called strike. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Kramer is below the Mendoza line. Batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases-loaded jam. We've played 8 full. Mexico City is on top here, 7-1. Hank Hansen comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Hansen.
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Chase Mitchell, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Chase Mitchell.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder giving chase. He's there and records the first out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Maurice May.
Coming to the plate now, Maurice Mays. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
1-0.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Hit on the ground to short. Right to him. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th.
The first baseman, number 17, Trevor Ryan.
Now batting, Trevor Lyon. First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to center field. But he will make the catch on the hard-hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over.
Well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
7-1 the final score in tonight's. Mexico City led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Alfonso Quintana with his 4th win this season. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Here now is our final line score. First for your victorious home team, 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, and 13 runners left on base. For the visitors, 1 run on 3 hits, 3 errors. They also left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 9 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.